Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm live and in living color, and that color is blue for the day. As you can see, it's a whole lot of blue around here. Funny story, my favorite color is black. My second favorite color is blue. My favorite color is actually black. But I've been, rock with blue for a minute. And it's, my logo. And I really, hey, look, designshop.com. Shout out to design dash shop, SHOPPE. Shout out to Shakir. She did an excellent job with my sign in the background. I know she probably on back order by now because people been really jumping in, but support a local woman-owned business. She did my sign in the back. But anywho, what I wanted to talk today about was three authors that have influenced my business. I'm like, what am I talking about today? So three authors really influenced my business. Now I'm not talking about my personal, like Autobiography of Malcolm X, one of my favorite books of all time. Then there's Frank Peretti, who I enjoy on the only fictional writer I'll ever read is Frank Peretti for the most part. I mean, even though I did also like what's the Bama name? What's the dude name? 1984. What was it? George Orwell. Even though I'm not quite sure if his is fiction, because man, if you look around today, hey, that's real talk. But three authors that really influenced my business, and most of them I've been reading for a very long time. One I actually just put myself onto a couple of years ago. Actually, not a couple of years ago, maybe last year. But yeah, I'm gonna really just get into it real quick because just again, I'm on my thing where I gotta go live. I gotta put stuff out there continuously in order to make sure that I'm making it happen. Can anybody guess who y'all think it may be? Go ahead and put in the comments if you think you can guess who my favorite authors may or may not be. Um, you know, outside of myself, no, I'm not even my favorite author. I didn't keep a book. I only wrote one book. So yeah, so the three authors that really influenced me on the business end. So number one, and I don't know how many of y'all have ever heard of a beast when it comes to leadership in business, John C. Maxwell. So I picked up a John C. Maxwell book probably back in 2007 or yeah, I think about 2007, 2008, something like that. My first time I picked up 360-degree leader. And it really gave me a really good mindset change, to be honest with you. Um, John C. Maxwell is you cannot find anybody who's written anything better on leadership besides Moses and Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Keep it a whole buck. But he is the foremost leader on authority on leadership. And what he helped me to see was that you don't have to be on top to be influential. You have to be on top to actually lead. Being a youngin', like I said, in my early 20s, I kind of had this mindset of, I wanted to lead, want to do this, that, and the other. And it was getting me in a lot of trouble because I was still immature. So I didn't know stuff and I was just saying stuff because I had a lot of head knowledge. And this had happened throughout my, college career, all that kind of stuff. They haven't had a lot of head knowledge, but not really knowing the people side of it. And so reading his stuff has really helped me to learn the people side of leadership, and even the internal pieces that leaders need in order to be able to operate in integrity, to be able to operate to in the best interest of the people and have the best results. Because as a leader, we should all want results for anything that we do. And so now being the chair of different boards, leading in other different things, of course, lead my own business and all that type of stuff. I'm able to better influence the people that I want to help, because again, it's all about helping. So if you ever get a chance to pick up a John Maxwell book, I've read about 6, 7, I don't know, probably 10 of his books. If you ever see his name, just pick the book up. I don't care which one to say. Which one's your favorite? I can't even pick my favorite. Like I said, 360-degree leader was my first. I think 21 irrefutable laws of leadership was one that really was a page turner for me. Then he wrote one called Everyone Communicates, Not Everyone Connects, which was amazing. And I was like, oh man, that's crazy. So the next one on the list is Robert Greene. And I know everybody knows Robert Greene from the 48 Laws of Power. And I think I've read every Robert Greene book that there is. I've read, of course, 48 Laws of Power, 33 Strategies of War, Art of Seduction, Mastery, even the one he did with 50 Cent. And the most recent one I've read was the Laws of Human Nature, and his mind for history and really understanding how things happen in the past and what they mean and how they affect people. Like that really helps me to has shaped my worldview and how I kind of view different things, different situations, and what goes on in life and all that type of stuff. So when I look at something happening on television, I can kind of see historically what has happened in the past, or when I see stuff on the news, or when I see stuff, like different, crazy stuff going on, I kind of can look at Robert Greene, like, okay, who's trying to seduce the people, who's in power on this, who's influencing this, what strategy are they using, what war is going on, all of those things. And it even has helped me, that book mastery, to want to master, not just be good at something, but to master what I do. So Robert Greene, he's on my list as well. And this is in no particular order. I'm not saying that, I like John Maxwell more than Robert Greene, anything like that. I can't really pick. I would love for the two of them to do one together. Like, that's my dream book, a book of leadership written by Robert Greene and John Maxwell. If anybody knows those two, tell them that I personally request that, because I think it will be really, really, really dope collaboration. Even though I don't think they would, because John Maxwell is really, he's very religious. He used to be a pastor, and Robert Greene seems to have a kind of, an amoral look, not good, not bad, but kind of like, hey, he doesn't approach things from a moral standpoint, just from a historic standpoint. So I don't know how they would mesh, or because John Maxwell, with what he does, extremely Christian, and is really good in what he does as well. And last but not least, Malcolm Gladwell. Now, I'm very, very new to them. I've heard people talk about Malcolm Gladwell for years, and I people always say you should read Malcolm Gladwell, Tipping Point, read that, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get around to it. I never really got around to it. But last year, I picked up Tipping Point. Hey, bruh. So I can tell Malcolm Gladwell kind of has a liberal spin to what he does. I can tell, kind of like in his solution-based things. But when it comes to the facts, and him being able to outline and see the way that things have happened, between Tipping Point, Outliers. Even what was the other one I read? Shoot, on tip of my tongue. Y'all know the other joint. Blink. Yo, my man is serious when it comes to the history. Like, so if you ever get a chance to pick up one of his books, know that it's gonna be tough. Like, Tipping Point really was the one that said, oh wow, he really, really, really knows what he's talking about. So, I really those are my three favorite authors. Like I said, I just wanted to, who are your favorite authors? I would love to know. Who are the authors that you like, that you enjoy, that you've come to like over time, that influence you, whether it be in business, whether it be your personal life, all that. As people know, I don't really read a lot of stuff about, I don't read a lot of fiction. I don't read a lot of social justice stuff. I don't read a lot of stuff, different commentaries. My main focus is on, I like history. But more than anything, I like history in a perspective that can make me and my clients very successful. Also, if you have not, picked up a book in a while, I recommend that you do. I recommend that you pick up a book very soon, because, the more information that you have, the better. I was listening to a podcast today, and they were talking about, that you got to kind of begin to change the way that we operate, the stuff that we do, change things about ourselves. And one of the things that the person on the podcast said is they stopped listening to music in the car. Now, I started listening to music in the car probably maybe, 2023, at least 15 years ago, where I was listening to radio listening to music for a while. Then I started listening to just information stuff on the radio. I was listening to audiobooks on CD before, podcasting and all that stuff was really popular. And, I would even listen to sports talk, just anything that was information based, because so now I've just kind of got addicted to it. If you see me anywhere, I don't go anywhere without my earbuds. It's one of the things that I pick up before I walk out the house, because I want to have an audio book. I want to have a podcast, something that's feeding me information to help me, even if some of it is for entertainment, but even if it is just for me to know some stuff. Like, I would definitely recommend us all start to get information a little bit better. So those are my three favorite authors. I would love for you to tell me who your favorite authors are. Mine, in case you missed it, is John Maxwell, Robert Greene, and Malcolm Gladwell, who have, really influenced me and my business. And like I said, if anybody out there, go ahead, tag them, people on Twitter that's watching. I would love for you to tag those three, or especially Robert Greene and John Maxwell, because like I said, a history book with those two on leadership, yo, that's gonna be crazy. But yeah, that's about it. So tell me what yours are in the comments. I would love to know. But until then, let's rock. Oh, my special announcement at the end. I, of course, as everyone know, we're doing our cyber business camp, and I haven't really talked too much about it. Um, because I was just, getting things together, seeing how we're going to do it, selecting our dates because we have a whole lot of other to let everyone know that for the next 2 weeks, we are doing a special on it. So if you know of a child who is who you think would be good in our camp, where they want to know cybersecurity or they want to learn entrepreneurship, we have them to write business plans. Go to www.cyberbusinesscamp.com and sign up. We have a user code FLASH50 at checkout, and you will get 50% off. This only lasting until next Friday. So I would encourage you to go now, as they like to say. I'm gonna go ahead and show it real quick on my screen. Is that it? Yeah. All right. Yep. There we go. So hopefully y'all can see it. Yeah, this is it here. So again, if you use the code FLASH50, I'm gonna make it bigger because I'm gonna make myself smaller. Oh, there we are. So yes, we're having the two most marketable skills in the world today: cybersecurity, something I'm certified in, as well as entrepreneurship, something I'm a specialist in. So those are my two announcements for today. So if you have that, if you have any questions about it, please feel free to reach out to me. But go ahead and visit www.cyberbusinesscamp.com because we really want to help our children to be the future that we have. It's going to be June the 26th through July 14th. And what we're doing, instead of having them separate, one and then the other, we're going to do them both in the same day. So the morning sessions from 9 to 1 is going to be the Young Ethical Hacker Camp. And then after that is going to be the Young Entrepreneur Camp from 1:30 to 4:30. So they're going to get over, a lot of hours of training. Then we're going to be office hours. There's some contests. They'll be able to win, whether it be the hacking contest or the business pitch contest. So many great things they're going to be learning. But again, go visit the site, sign up. If you know of anyone who needs to be a part of it, these are all the things they're going to be learning. I teach the children the same things that we teach adults, because what I figured out is that they actually have the ability to learn and do things that we waited until we were grown folks to do. They can start doing now and really be the future and have the future that we want for them. So please, if you are interested, if you know a child that is interested, we are doing our flash sale again for the next 11 days, 2 hours, 42 minutes and 25 seconds. After that, the price will go up. But like I said, we're doing a flash sale for the next 2 weeks because I want to make sure that people have the opportunity who may not normally be able to pay the full amount, give them the opportunity to do the smaller amount. Again, any questions, comments, concerns, speculations, please reach out. We'd love to have you there. But until then, y'all have a good one. I got some really exciting stuff coming up very, very, very soon. But for now, we're going to focus on the children and them being our future. I'll holler at y'all later. And